Welcome back, Strongman Personal Finance. How y'all doing on this beautiful Sunday morning? Woo! Today, I'm going to react to Jeremy LaFufu's most recent video. Warren Buffett, huge warning to stock market. Now, as you can imagine, Jeremy LaFufu is one of the greatest investors of all time. I mean, it's obvious. It's totally obvious. You know, I mean, look about all his theses that he's had about all the different companies. Tattooed Nutsack, Corsair. I mean, all his stocks are just knocking it out of the water. But recently, like the last day or so, he made a video talking about Warren Buffett that really ticked a nerve. Now, let's go see what this idiot has to say about Warren Buffett and his performance, and then I'll give you my live commentary.
Well, howdy there, folks, and welcome into today's video, which is a weekend video. So you know, if I'm ever recording a video on the weekend, it's because there's some huge news that came out, or because I'm highlighting upcoming earnings. And this video is not an earnings video. This video is about Warren Buffett, somebody I look up to as a business legend, and I feel like I learned a lot from Warren Buffett and kind of.
Jeremy LaFufu, the way you invest is nothing like Warren Buffett invests. Warren Buffett actually understands the companies, and he actually does discounted cash flow analysis, and he actually likes to invest with companies with strong management, strong leadership. You just pick a bunch of random crap. That's the future, bro. And then you YOLO your YouTube earnings into it, or you copy the clowns in your Discord who give you your stupid little stock tips, and that's all you do. You invest nothing like Warren Buffett. Fundamentals don't matter to you, you bucket of horse piss. Nothing matters to you except, it's the future, bro, and revenue growth. How'd that very good food company work out for you? Do you think Warren Buffett would have bought very good food company? That massive, unprofitable, money-bleeding piece of crap. I learned so much from Warren Buffett, but I'm better than him.
Seeing, you know, what he's done over the past 50, 60, 70 years in the markets, in business overall. And I want to cover something very, very important, because Warren Buffett is essentially saying some very strong things about the state of the stock market right now and where he feels the stock market is at. And I want to run through all this with you guys so you can kind of understand what's going on here, right? Now, if you ever heard this before, this is like one of the most important things you could ever hear, you know, just some human wisdom. A person's actions will tell you everything you need to.
All right. Perfect freeze. A person's actions will tell you everything you need to know. What do you think Jeremy LaFufu's actions are, ladies and gentlemen? Charging up to $20K for a freaking Discord? What does that tell you? Do you think he actually cares about his fans? Or do you think he just wants to grift as much money as possible because he's a soulless shark that wants to become a billionaire just because he's a freaking maniac? Look in his eyes. Look at those money-grubbing, soulless eyes. Money, money, give me your money. I don't care if I screw you over. A person's actions will tell you everything you need to know. Yep, just charging obscene amounts of money to teach people how to buy massively unprofitable, highly speculative stocks. But hey, as long as you get that money, Jeremy LaFufu, that's all that matters, bro. Right? Right, LaFufu?
To know. And I think actions are more important than words. You know, somebody can say something, this or that, but at the end of the day, like, what are their actions? Okay. And Warren Buffett is telegraphing certain things with actions he's making out there on what he believes is going to happen in the stock market and what he thinks is going on in the stock market, right? And so I want to kind of give my perspective on this from a balanced standpoint of not like super negative, not super positive, just where Warren Buffett's at in my perspective, somebody that's studied this guy for, 12 plus years now. So I hope you guys enjoy this video as always.
Yeah, he's studying him 12 plus. He basically is like a carbon copy of Warren Buffett. Yeah, he might even be better than Warren Buffett.
Especially on the weekend, I'll ask in returns that you smash that thumbs up button. That's literally.
Oh, absolutely, Jeremy LaFufu. Dislike, comment, scum. I wonder if you probably muted me like a freaking loser. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
Guys, I appreciate you joining me as always, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I think we're getting really dang close to 700,000 subscribers. Hungry Bowl, iOS, Android. That's the free app that is the beast. Okay, so Warren Buffett, incredible net worth, incredible businessman, incredible investor. We should absolutely always give Warren Buffett his flowers while he's still here, and even after he's gone, we should always give him his flowers. Guys, I think 90 plus years old now. And
What do you think? What do you think Jeremy's fans are going to be receiving? It's not going to be flowers.
And absolutely a business legend and investing legend, right? And just somebody, I think a lot of his life principles and investing principles will last way beyond his life, needless to say, right? And so,
fundamentals don't matter, Lafufu. Obviously, I mean, look how well you've done just buying a bunch of trash. Because, Smile Direct Club, we're not going to wear masks anymore, and then people are going to want to get their teeth fixed. Yeah, you're such a genius, Lafufu.
Incredible guy, and we should always respect him. But there's some things we should keep in mind here. So I pulled this off of this, essentially ETF website, and I looked at Warren Buffett's returns over the past 25 years, and from the looks of it, he's actually getting
Oh my God.
Slightly outperformed by basically just a U.S. stocks portfolio. Slightly out.
It's almost like if you match your tax advantage accounts and buy total world index funds, you'll probably do better than all the hedge funds and even Warren Buffett over long periods of time. Crazy. But by him, he'll let you outperform it. Look at that snap. Look at that freeze pane right there. Disgusting.
Outperformed, right? He's pretty dang close in line with the markets, but still he's getting slightly outperformed. And it seems like, over the past 20, 25 years, it seems like Warren Buffett has really taken a step back. Warren Buffett seemed to really be in his prime from the 60s through the 80s. And then the 90s came, and Warren Buffett, I don't know if he slowly started to age out of the market and kind of exit his prime, but I think there's many various reasons why Warren Buffett kind of started dropping off. Because at the end of the day, if you look at his performance the past 20 plus years, it's not amazing. It's still impressive to be in line with the market because a lot of hedge fund managers can't even do that. But at the end of the day, this is not amazing performance just flat out. But
that's actually mind-blowing performance because everybody underperforms the market if they actively trade, except for a very select few of people. And no, I'm not talking about this freaking loser right here. If you basically match the market and you're actively managing $1 billion portfolio, you're probably doing pretty well. And if you go back and look at their actual long-time performance, using his investment principles, which are the polar opposite of Lafufu's, look at his total return against the S&P 500, okay? Berkshire Hathaway, produced a 2.8 million % return starting in 1965. The S&P has done 23,000%. 2.8 million %, 23,000%. And then this freaking clown comes on here and says, he's not doing, he made me age out of the market. You have to look at it over a person's investing life. Your performance only matters over your entire investing life because the goal is to get from not being financially independent to being financially independent. And just because somebody may do better than you in 1 year, you have index funds, they have overvalued trash stocks. Even if they do better than you for a couple years, what matters is the long run. Think about Tesla, for example. Tesla went up like crazy. Oh, I'm such a genius. Well, 30 years from now, do you think all those gains in Tesla are still going to be there? Or do you think you'd be better off investing in a total world index fund? I can tell you what I think the answer is, but I'll let you decide. It only matters where you get to at the end. And Warren Buffett's performance has annihilated the S&P 500 over his entire lifetime. That's what freaking matters. This clown, he's the exact opposite. He's had good performance, supposedly, but he hides all his losses over the last couple of years. But do you think his techniques are going to work for his entire life? I don't. I think he buys a bunch of highly speculative, unprofitable companies that he believes are the future, bro. And I think 95% of them are going to freaking crash or go out of business. But you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's the next Warren Buffett.
certain things that are going on that I want to explain, okay? And so when it comes to Warren Buffett, I think we should give him ultra levels of respect, but you shouldn't just say he's perfect angel and everything he does and all his actions are the right actions.
No, but I mean, you're a perfect angel, Lafufu. You're so perfect!
Because we saw him not buy aggressively in the Rona crash or coming out of the Rona crash when it was obvious we had bottomed. He still wasn't buying, right? From an active standpoint, right? In any substantial way. Not only that, we saw him sell a lot of stocks at some extremely low prices, including a lot of his airline stocks, right? That it was just kind of like, wow. So not only is he not buying during this massive dip, but he's actually selling at, you know, and then after that, a lot of those stocks ended up doubling, tripling from there, essentially, okay?
That's what happens when the government prints money and everybody throws their money into the stock market. But it's over your lifetime, okay? Just because stocks have tripled over the last year or two, that's freaking insanity, okay? I look at my portfolio, even my boring index fund portfolio, and I'm like, holy crap, these returns are freaking ridiculous. This cannot keep going on forever. But while this market is so freaking overheated, people like this think they're geniuses because they bought the dip of a bunch of trash companies. But it only matters how you do in the long run. Over your life, what returns do you get over 30, 40, 50, 60 years?
And so this is just some food for thought here, okay? Now, the big thing here with Warren Buffett's actions, look at this. This just came out. Warren Buffett's cash pile now has hit $149.2 billion. That just came out here.
Chicken Genius said you should invest everything in Tesla and just buy on margin when the dips happen. I mean, Warren Buffett, maybe he is aging out of it.
A bit ago, okay? This is essentially Warren Buffett saying that is him saying two things, okay? It could be him saying two things. One could be, I feel like there's a stock market crash coming, so I'm going to pile cash to the sky. That could be one thing he's potentially saying. The other thing he could be potentially saying with his actions here is, I just don't find any good deals, and I don't understand how to value some of these companies, and so therefore, I'm just...
See, this is where the arrogance of Lafufu comes in. I don't understand how to value these companies. Basically paraphrasing Warren Buffett. He knows way more than you, Lafufu. Your valuations for companies are literally taking stupid little anecdotes and applying it to a stock. That's how you pick your stock. I saw people buying Monsters at the gas station. People with the Smile Direct Club are going to wear the mask. Like, your freaking justifications are ridiculous. Canteen Chef, it's going to cure childhood hunger. You're a freaking joke, dude, okay? And to think that you have the capacity to evaluate and value these companies at a high level, because I'm so I'm a Tesla! I'm so smart! And Warren Buffett, he's just an old man! He doesn't understand how to value companies like me! You're so full of crap and disgusting, man. You make me sick! You make me want to vomit! And then eat it, and then vomit it again!
Just going to stack cash, essentially, right? And keep in mind, this cash stack would be even higher if it wasn't for the fact that he was buying massive quantities of Berkshire Hathaway stock. If I recall, I think they bought like $20 billion of Berkshire Hathaway stock just this year alone. So that number you're seeing there, if it wasn't for the fact that they're buying...
Well, he's helping out his shareholders. It's better to buy back his stock if it's cheap and that doesn't generate any taxable consequences. It's better to buy back stock than to buy a bunch of overvalued trash in the market because, oh, it's went up recently, so you're missing out. No, he's actually following his principles. Buy stuff when it's cheap, when it's a good deal, and avoid overvalued crap during a temporary market frenzy. But
buying back so many shares in their own company, that number would be, like exponentially even higher than what you're seeing there. And so this is some food for thought here where it's like, wow, really, like Warren Buffett really either thinks we're about to have a stock market crash or he just can't find any good deals, right? So look at it from this perspective, right? I pulled up here the top 10 biggest market cap companies in the world, right? Top 10, I did 11 here because one of
the... Which one of these doesn't seem to quite fit in here? Microsoft, Apple, okay. Massive oil company, Alphabet, okay. Google, I mean, man, those cash flows. Amazon, I mean, that's going to be over. Oh, Tesla, yeah, that totally belongs there. It's bigger than Facebook, Nvidia. Tesla's bigger than Berkshire Hathaway.
Them's Warren Buffett's own company, Berkshire Hathaway. So I want to see the 10 other ones. You know, what is Warren Buffett buying here? Well, is he going to buy Microsoft? No.
This is the Nordic Track Rower 900. There's so many different options.
Oh my god, I'm a girl.
Basically row.
Oh, he hasn't bought Microsoft for the past 25 years, so he's probably not buying that one. He owns a massive position in Apple. He could build the position bigger, but I doubt he wants to because the forward P's gotten very elevated compared to where it was when he was buying it. So doubt, and the market cap's growing substantially. So doubt he really, wants to aggressively add Apple at all. The Saudi oil company, I don't think he really wants to get involved with a Saudi oil company, to be honest. He loves oil and gas stocks, but I don't think he really wants to get involved with the Saudi one. Google, in terms of like building out a $100 billion or $50 billion position, I don't see him doing that anytime soon. Google McDougal, he's having a chance to own Google for a long time. He hasn't bought it, right? I don't think he understands YouTube and the power of Google, the search, Android.
He doesn't understand like me. I'm such a genius.
YouTube and all the things Google's doing. Amazon, he's been pitched Amazon for the last 20 plus years and has never bought that stock.
Amazon, their free cash flows are the same as Walmart, and they're like 4 or 5 times as big as Walmart by market cap. It is pretty expensive. I can see why he wouldn't buy it. And of course, what about the crown jewel, Tesla? Let's see what he has to say.
One of those, for him on a 4P basis, it trades way too rich. And for him to wrap his head around what Amazon Web Services is doing, it's just, he's not going to do that, right? Tesla, give me a break. It's not even a stock he would consider, right?
Yeah, because it's massively overvalued. It's a freaking car company that produces a fraction of the other cars, and they have a $1.2 trillion market cap. Freaking insanity. But I understood Tesla, even though I just did a small speculative investment. Oh, but I knew that was going to happen.
I think you should consider it. I think you should have considered it very strongly, many, many years ago. But
no, dude. No.
At the end of the day, he's not paying. I don't know what Tesla's forward P's at now, but he's not paying that forward P. I can guarantee that.
Yeah, nobody should.
Meta, Facebook, oh my gosh, this whole metaverse talk that Facebook's now on, right? First off, Warren Buffett doesn't even understand social media and all the implications and, all that opportunity. Never mind this metaverse stuff that Facebook's now pitching and where their business is going. Now you hear every company out there also is talking about metaverse. Dude.
Oh, God, he's so arrogant. Do you think he really understands these businesses at a higher level than Warren Buffett? Think about the resources that Warren Buffett has to analyze and understand these businesses, okay? I guarantee you Warren Buffett has way more understanding than this freaking loser right here, Jeremy LaFufu. See, his whole grift is that he did a small speculative investment into Tesla, and now it is irrationally expensive. And he can claim, oh, I'm such a genius. I could see the future, ladies and gentlemen. You think anybody in their wildest dreams would imagine this stupid stock would be $1.227 trillion when they make a fraction of the other cars that the other car companies do? It's so crazy. But whatever. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Anyway, this guy's a freaking arrogant idiot loser and a clown. The fact that he's subtly dissing Warren Buffett. He doesn't understand. And then he basically implies that he does. This guy is a freaking moron. How many videos do I have to make about him? Showing that he doesn't really know what he's doing, okay? He finds high revenue growth companies that sound futuristic, and then he comes up with some stupid thesis. I saw somebody take a dump and they enjoyed it, and then I'm gonna invest in this toilet company now because it's got nice heated pads. It's like, dude, come on, you're whatever. Anyway, that's about it for this video. This guy's a freaking moron. Please go and downvote this video. Leave a comment. Tell me he's a freaking loser, and y'all have a wonderful, delicious day. Choo!